you. There are a lot of bonus I have been talking about, and I've been working hard with all this. By the way, I'm going to send you the one I have been working on, and it's done. The exercise, my favorite exercise for kidney and bladder. I thought it was going to be a short video. I'm thinking in my head it's like 5 to 7 minutes or 8. So it turned out 20 minutes. So you get a 20 minutes video. But it's only, it's 6 exercises, 3 for bladder, 3 for kidney or meridians. So I hope you will like it. I actually followed a practice with myself several times just to test how it feels. I like it myself, so I hope you do too. I'll be sending that out soon. So hello. If you're outside, it looks beautiful, but you can kind of see a little bit of my tree in the window. I was just thinking about, you know, when I teach dance, my last class, I always do something special, and my students all like, oh, Miss Laura, what are we gonna do today? It's the last day. So I'm thinking, oh, last day of the month, we should do something special. And normally I have my student teach me a class. So I said, I don't know if they want like the idea. You will teach me a class. But I'm telling you, teaching is best way, one of the best ways to learn form, to remember the form or movements. So, but I said, well, that idea is not gonna work. And plus, it's hard to do it on Zoom. I do have one idea. Do we all know where chat box is? So I'm going to ask you 3 questions, and I wanted you to test in your chat box. It's not the quiz. It's just the things to help you remember what we have learned. I have addressed so many things, so many. I don't expect you to remember everything, but there's some things that I wanted you to remember. Or if you don't remember, that's okay. By having this quiz, you're like, oh, I forgot last time, but now I've remembered. Okay, so, and some are quite tricky, just to give you an idea. And some are bit challenge, and some are super easy. Where's my paper? Okay. And so we have been through a lot of different things. We started this month by talking about Tao. You can't practice Qigong without talk about Tao, without knowing, because that's where the Qigong originated. It's from this Taoist belief, nature. The fact we call, if you remember, I don't expect you to remember this, we called nature in Chinese 大自然. Da means big. Look like this. This is Da. Stretch your arms out, stretch your legs out. That's character Da. Okay, you remember how to write that character. Slash across, left falling and the right falling. That's Da. 自然 means natural or nature. So when we call nature 大自然, then when we do Qigong, we want to say, you have to be 自然. That 自然 is the same 自然 as a 大自然. So this 自然 is really learn about self-becoming. Becoming self. How can you connect that nature within you? Lori posted something on Facebook. She made this lovely tapestry with lots of symbols. So she wrote a character in the middle, 智. So the virtue of water is 智. What does it mean, 智? 智 means wisdom. 智 has a character. Actually, I brought here. I just made before dinner. 智. Knowledge on top and sun on the bottom. So knowledge is not just the normal knowledge, it's the inner knowing. This deep knowing is the wisdom. Knowledge is that type of knowledge that connect to nature. Sun represents this nature. So how can you connect your deep inner knowing with the nature? That's your wisdom. That's the virtue of water. Okay, so that's really cool, isn't it? I love that virtue. So my first question is, haha, I don't know which one to start first. This is gonna be a little tricky, okay. Oh, well, maybe easy one. So which organ connect to water element? I know this is, I know some of you, like Nini and Daisy, you're here. You don't have to answer those questions. This is more for people who just started this course and not really familiar with the 5 element. So what organs connect your water element? Remember, we have been doing lots of movement. Think about this movement. What have we have been talking about? So what are the 2 organs connected to water element? Hey, the second one is a little tricky. How many points along bladder meridians? Remember I said the bladder is the longest meridian in the body from the head all the way to your toes. Do you remember how many points? If you don't worry. You probably will remember today. There are 67 points, the longest meridian in the body. So imagine water is so important in the body. It covers whole body. And so 67 bladder. One more question. And this has something to do with the points of the body that we learned. It should be easy. What is this point called? I know that's super easy for some of you, but if you just studied, just started Qigong and study 5 element, that could be a tricky question. Okay, so gate of life. And in fact, we're going to explore a little bit of this gate, and the gate that we can't see is kind of related to that unknown wisdom, because what wisdom is truly about, have the courage to walk on the path even though you have no idea what's ahead of you. But your inner knowing give you the trust, give you the courage to move forward. Connect to the spirit of the water, which is zhi, another zhi means warrior. So have the courage to walk on this path without knowing what ahead of us. That's exactly the situation right now. We don't know what is ahead of us, but we have the courage to live life fully and walk on this path without being afraid all the time, right? We're still able to breathe. So Qigong give us that inner knowing, give us that connection to the kidney, to this ancestral energy. Each organ store different type of qi. So here's all ancestral qi that we inherited from our mother, our father, our grandparents, their grandparents. So we carry their DNA. Here, I want to share a personal story. So I have been studying 5 years now, Chinese medicine with Lonnie and Meridian, 5 element Meridian with Nini. So one day I was talking to my mom about Chinese medicine. She goes, it just occurred to me, my grandfather was a Chinese medicine doctor in the village. I said, what? I was so excited. What, Mom? You just told me now? I've been studying all these years and you just told me now your grandfather was a Chinese medicine, like herbalist in the village. Everyone gets sick, they knock on the door. Can you give me some herbs? Well, what's wrong? So I said, that's amazing. I guess I have the DNA. I have the drive. I said, no wonder I'm so curious about the Chinese medicine. I had reason. But anyway, so let's go ahead. I hope I have a lot of answers. Thank you for your participation. Let's get started. I know I definitely have a little fire going on today. So, well, because I did Qigong with Daisy this afternoon, that's why. Daisy, thank you for coming. You should be like in your bedroom resting or read a book or something. All right. So we're gonna start walking, feeling our feet, feeling our bubbling spring. So take a moment to just walk around. And notice how you feel. And notice overall your feeling. If I ask you to use a word to describe how do you feel at this very moment as you walk on the earth, in your room or outside, how do you feel? What's the word come to you? Is that word related to more like a water or fire? So I hope, so think about how that connect to your element. So this is our last class um, for water month, but water gonna come back. So we're gonna continue walk, like bring water back with the other elements. But I wanted you to focus on water a little bit more today. So feel your body, feel the water element. Now let's take a moment to find a spot. And I wanted you just be quiet for a second and see, close your eyes and feel the water inside of you. I'm going to play a little soft music for you. I want you just move freely with this music and feel your water. Maybe some of you have been working all day. Now water is kind of tired, didn't really want to move. That's okay. Honor that feeling. So try to feel the water in you. The moment to pay attention to your lower back. Feel that reservoir. And feel this water running down through your legs. Connect to your bubbly spring. And connect to your breath. Bubbly spring, yong. It's a gushing spring coming out from the earth. Can you feel that gushing spring coming out through your legs to the reservoir of your kidneys? Softly moving the body with water. And what kind of water are you feeling? And take a moment to feel your torso. Water running to the torso, to the arms. Using your arms, express the water. And feel this water running through your face, running to the body, down. Might cleanse, clear everything that you're holding on. It's not necessarily holding on. Wash it off. Beautiful. Keep breathing. And take a moment to find your last water pose. Like, how do I want to finish this water? Beautiful. Okay, I hope you're smiling. I hope you're smiling water. And now just return to center, finding the alignment, the spine. I hope you feel inspired by the music. Sometimes the sound of music can really open our heart, allow us to just dive into the water. So now we're gonna dive in a little bit deeper into the water. So before we do that, so let's review some of the stuff that we did this month. The very first water wave that we always do is to feel the weight rocking through the feet, like pumping the water up towards the kidney. And when you rock forward onto the ball of the feet, you can actually feel the kidney activated. So this rocking motion connect to the kidney, connect to the whole spine. So begin to letting your whole body moving as a one spine wave. That's the first movement called spine wave. Imagine this water coming from behind and wave down like you see that ocean wave. Good. And see if you can connect your feet to the head. So feel the sequential movement through the body. And as you rock forward and back, especially when you rock forward, you can feel this door, the gate of life door opens all directions. So keep doing this. Feel this as though you're either in the water, if you're above the water on the boat. So maybe you can feel like your body is like a boat and still floating by the water. So you can feel this floating, supporting the chi coming from earth, supporting the body. Beautiful. So now we have been talking about the importance of moving the body in 3 planes. So this is called the wheel planes, forward and back. Now we're going to slowly back to center, smaller and smaller, back to center, finding that center. Now the second plane is side to side. We call this door planes. And see if you can find, again, the bubbly spring, the gushing spring coming out through the legs and going to the other side, and feel the weight shift and feel this water supporting the body, like I'm floating, woo, waves, moves my body to one side and then to the other. While we're paying attention to the feet, connected earth, we also want to feel this connection, the sequential movement through the spine. So allow your head relax, moving, imagine your body like a silk cloth in the water, or like those fishtail in the water, sway side by side. I call this 元气推水. Yuan means origin, or primordial. Qi, we all understand qi, yuan qi, this primordial qi moving the water of the body. Good. Now, next plane is side to side twist on table. So we're back to center and feel the swirling energy zoom down and up, and feel the connection to the deep center of the earth, that deep water all the way down through the feet. And easy. See if you can use less energy. Remember, Ken was talking about if you only need the 4 ounces energy, you don't want to use 5. That extra 1 ounce is stress. So we learn how to be effortlessness moving. Good. Not forceful. Now see the connection from the feet to the head. Again, so your center of the body leaves and head is the last part of the body arrive. When the head arrives and body already start moving the other side, you can find that movement nice and easy. Can you feel the chi through the fingertips? like you're brushing through the chi field. Good. Now slowly return to center. Small, small, small. Good. Now we're just going to be still for a moment. Make sure your knees are soft. Good. And notice where you carry your weight, because that's very important. Remember, we talked about the tripod on last Saturday. So imagine your tailbone has another leg behind. So you're just sitting on that tripod, which means your weight is more on your heels when you do a standing like a tree position. So they're not really on forward, a little bit behind the center, I would say. And I want you to do a little test here. So have your hands placed inside of your inner thigh, okay? So I want you to feel your feet. If you roll your feet slightly inward, can you feel that tendon start to tense up? So we want to really feel the outer edge of your feet. Did you notice the softness of your inner thighs by emphasize the outside of your feet? So we call this, when you do really big, they call horse stance. When you do small, they want you to arch like a round here, like a ball in between. And drop your tailbone down. My second test, have your hands onto the side of your buttocks. Okay, now you're gonna do again, roll your feet inward and notice the change of your groin area. Now, pay attention, like bring your weight to the outer edge of your feet. Can you feel the openness of your quad? Open. Now the next thing, palms on this creased area. So your palm is there. First, I want you to squeeze your buttocks tight. And then relax your buttocks, drop the tailbone. Can you feel the space there open? Good. Now, what you have to do is just relax your arms by your side. I'm gonna do the Wuji stance, palms facing towards the body. Imagine you are in the qi ball and the qi layer, the qi ball outside of you. So 人在气中，气在人中. Now, every organ has a qi field. Even the little cell of the body, each cell have a qi body. So imagine we don't stop here. There's another many layers of qi. And when the qi was so big and you no longer can see them, like you don't see the edge of the qi anymore. So the hunyuan qi, the hun, has that meaning of mixed of yin yang. Before yin yang separate, before you can see two, there's a mix of one. So if you think about your body, the structure like yin yang sign, and it's continuous moving and coming through the center of the body. That's what we talk about the chongmai, the thrusting vessel in the center. So imagine your body like yin yang symbol. See that energy moving. And simultaneously, when the yang moves towards sun and the yin also move towards earth. Good. And just be quiet for a moment. I'm not talking, just stay here for a moment of silence. Beautiful. Now we're going to have your hands together. Inhale, coming up, and exhale, moving out to the front. We're going to begin to draw a qi circle. And we have done this many times, but every time is a new experience. See how you feel. And the fact that because we have done this many times, you can find a different focus. Okay, so for instance, today I can focus on the breath, or someone said, I'm really good at breathing, I don't have to practice breathing. Let's focus on the opposition. Up and down, be aware of forward and back. And someone can practice on the balance. Or you can practicing on going down deeper, strengthening the legs. So there are many aspects we can focus on the same movement that we know. Good. See if you can feel this chi moving the arms. You're moving like a cloud. Nice and smooth. So that's not easy to do. When you're moving slow, but have to be smooth. Not just slow, but smooth and slow without holding the breath. Can you breathe smoothly, evenly, deeply, and long? Good. Ah, nice. Now we're going to reverse the circle, changing. Which way do you go? When you go front, it's down first, down, up, and back. Feel the chi when you're moving through the space. The more you relax, the more most likely you will feel the chi. Now we want to feel this, I want to say songness. Song is a Chinese word, but I want to add the songness. S-O-N-G, song means release. In Chinese, we always like to say two words, 放松. So we always say 放松, 放松. 放 means letting go. So without letting go, if you're still holding on to something, you cannot completely relax. Good. Now relax by your side. Here we're going to draw a different circle. Open and out. Like you're painting a, you know this Enzo circle, Enzo. So you imagine you're painting this double Enzo circle with the brush, the chi brush through your palms. And when you do use the brush, you can see actually all the hair of the brush opens when you move them on paper. Now, my teacher always said, when you move to calligraphy, make sure your brush is not on top of the paper. Make sure your brush is moving in the paper. So how can you move your hands in the paper, like in the field? Good. Now be careful, we're not using arms. We're not using the arm tension. So we're really connect to the middle dantian, center, belly, lower dantian, middle dantian, and the upper dantian. Good. Can we feel like the waves that we did earlier of the spine? Can you feel this movement with your whole back? Now stop moving your hands for a moment. Just think about the hands still moving, but you're moving the body. Imagine there's still two hands are moving, but now it's your body moving up and down. Good. Now go back, add a small circle. So here, we'll draw this bow shape with your palms. Shape. Good. We're still drawing that circle, but much smaller, much more intense, like much more deeper, further. Can you feel my chi through the screen? Good. Now we're going to pull that chi into the body and pull out the body into the belly, dantian. Pull out to the belly. So here, as we come in, pull it in, Imagine this door is closed. When we pull out, open that movement, open that door. Pull it in and out. So notice the shift, gentle shift forward. Breathe in, breathe out. So if you're imagining the navel and Newman, both are the nostrils. So they breathe in, they breathe out. And the arms just follow along. They're not doing much. And because your body's sinking and opening, and that makes your arms go out. Less of army, less of the arm movement, more of the center. Good. One more time. And go a little bit slower, last one. Slow. And slow, going out. And have your hands placed here for a second. This is one of the standing like a tree position. 捧抱装. So 捧 means hold. 抱 means embrace. Good. Stay here, arms completely still not moving, but moving the body. Right and left. And see what happened to your arms. And letting your hands and wrists all soft like water. And feel the connection to your feet. Now, as you're turning to the right, can you feel the left foot is more deeper into the ground? And so there's a slightly weight shift, maybe 60-40%. So 60 on the right foot when you turn to the left, and vice versa. And if you're able to balance, you can close your eyes. Feel like you're just floating in the water. Letting the qi of sea, or sea of qi, qi hai, the qi ocean in the belly moves you. Can you feel the waves? And ride with the wave without any resistance. Beautiful. Now we're going to moving this water down towards our feet. Towards our feet. So slowly letting your body like honey just dripping downward as much as you can, no forcing. And if this is too much, everything you can do this in chair. And moving down, allow yourself just hang there for a moment. We're going to breathe in and breathe out. So you can let the water pouring out a little bit more. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Now have your hands placed onto your ankles. If you cannot reach your ankle, go holding on to the lower leg or upper leg. But maybe not knee, just holding on to the thighs or up. So if you're holding on to the ankles, plant your feet into the ground. We're going to wiggle your tailbone side to side. Continue to have the water feeling. So swim is like a fishtail swimming right and left. And while you're swimming right and left, planting your feet into the ground, planting the heels down. And if you're really flexible, you can change it into a deep squat position. Have some fun here. We don't normally fold our hips this low, and this is one of the reasons that hip area is so tight. So, but of course, I don't want you to force yourself too much if you have trouble. Now, you're probably sweating now. Walk your hands along the legs or roll up. Rolling up. And feel this water recover. Find alignment, vertical alignment. And take a moment to feel this Feel your arms, feel your back, feel your legs. Knees are slightly bent. Now bring your awareness to the Hui point. This pelvic floor. Imagine there's a little pocket of water. So we're gonna just shaking that water right and left and allow the water moving to the side of the hips. As you're shaking, visualize the water spreading out to your hips, to your ribs, to your shoulders, to your crown of the head. Good, especially your neck. See if you can feel this natural movement of your neck. No control. Although, you know, if you have injuries, our body try to protect the injury. Sometimes it can be overprotective, not moving. So be aware of that, not too, you know, gentle with that. Good. We go a little bit bigger, become a tail and the head moving side to side. Take a deep breath. Let it go. We're going to go to a swing and patting. We have done this several times, not every class. So I'm going to bring this back. So have your hands tapping on the side of your legs, just natural. Good. It's like your right arm bump the left out, left bump the right out. So really feel the connection with your feet. Going back a little bit, you can see my feet. So good. Letting go of your hips, relax. Good. Now we're not gonna hit our legs anymore. We are gonna swing the arm to the side, both arms side to side, nice and heavy. Heavy. Good. Splash the water. I remember we're little swimming, we always play with the water and water fight. So splash water far away, out to the building, out to your window. Good. Now I'm gonna tap in your heart meridian and big vertebrae behind you. So swing and tap. And easy. I'm not using energy. I'm using just the momentum and my legs and intention. So soft, relax. So see if you can move while you're feng song, relax. Relax without clasping. So you still have a sense of lifting to the crown of the head, but every other part of the body are having a lot of fun. Good. Now we're going to step that front foot, your left foot slightly behind, then do a change. Other side, step left foot, right foot in front. And breathe in, breathe out. Now at this point, I think if you just naturally breathe in, breathe out, that's fine. Don't worry too much because your body has intelligence. Sometimes our mind is in the way and we're lost the natural ability. Good. All right, and slowly return to center. Here's another game, kind of like a neurological exercise for your brain. So require a little bit of a coordination. So we're going to bring the arms forward and back, just swing a little bit. So this is a part sometimes our brain is getting in the way. I like the caterpillar stories. And when the frog asked caterpillar, oh my gosh, you have so many legs. Which leg do you move first when you walk? And the caterpillar stopped and couldn't walk because he think too much and he didn't know which leg he's moving first. If you can just follow your natural way of moving, sometimes that's the best way. Sometimes that's fast way you can get a movement. Now we're gonna add this tricky part, up overhead, turn to your right, open arms. Your arms like moving on the clock at the same time, continue moving to the other side. And up, to the right, open arms. Coming down, continue moving the same direction as you're turning to the other side. Arms moving one direction, down and up. To me, this is kind of like a yin-yang sway. Your body is that center line. Your arms are the tracing both way, yin and yang. Good. Now we're going to go a little faster. Down, up. And down, up. And down, up. Okay. So I want you to find that rhythm. And the rhythm in nature, the rhythm in your body. So you can find that weighted movement, that moment of letting go. And then when you're letting go, it will rebound back. If you control, it will be hard to move the arms. Only you will have that trust. Trust that unknown. But here, down, up. Good. One more time, down, up. Now reverse, other side. Inhale, exhale. Okay, let's do a few slows. On this side, let's move in slowly. So make sure you get the pattern, you get this pathway first. Now, the chances are the first few times you don't get it. Don't feel discouraged because we all have been through there. Only through practice you can get better. So here we go. Drop and back and down and down. A few more times as you can find a momentum. Close your eyes. It's like a roller coaster. Ooh, and up. Ooh, and it's even more fun than a roller coaster. It's not scary. And down, up. One more. Down, up. Now, hands overhead. Stay here. Stay, palms facing towards your Baihui point, the 100 meeting. If you have a shoulder problems, arms can be down a little bit, but your awareness, your intention, the Lao Gong still facing the Baihui. This is another position for standing like a tree, sinking the tailbone. Now feel your body. The back body is a little bit longer than the front body. We call it Han Xiong Ba Bei. Han means your chest is softly relaxed. Ba Bei is pulled open and pulling up. Now slowly bring the arms down like you're taking a tea shower. Good. Let's go to our balanced position. So you're here. Hands imagine onto this imaginary table. So we're going to shifting to the right. Make sure you're not tilting. Okay, so your hips and head glide to the other side, right side. Feel the more weight. 虚步, we call this empty step. 虚步, 虚 and 实. So now here's a solid. 实, and the other one is 虚. 再来一遍. One more time. I begin to speak Chinese now. And then back to center. Here, we're going to try balance. Relax your arms for a moment. Inhale, palms facing in front of the heart. Exhale, sinking, brushing, and picking up that right foot. Hold for balance. And stepping out, arms come in. So that's opposition, right? Shift. And exhale, brush arms out when we bring leg in. Good, nice balance. And step. Arms in front. Exhale, down and out. Slow, deep, and even breath. Smoothly. So you can do this smoothly. Shifting. And down and out. So keep doing this by yourself a few more times. I'm going to check on everyone just for a second. and hold and shift down and hold. Imagine you draw two smiling face. There's a big smiling face. Down and up. Good. And one more. Down and up. Beautiful. And then step out. Finish. And we're going to roll the shoulders up and back. We're going to do a little self massage here. As you roll the shoulders, we're also rolling through the spine. Can you feel this? It's like you're massaging here. It's almost like your hand is doing this massage for the body. So your shoulders rolling up and back. Good. All right. Give it a little shake. And drop. Yeah, all the way up. And, oh, that's really loud. And shake. And one more time. Down first. Inhale on top. Exhale, drop. All right, good. And shake out the legs. Right. The last one we do is remember the 2 points. Now everyone is familiar with the 足三里, the stomach 36, which is cupping the knees, and it's right next to this tibia bone and with around your fourth finger, ring finger. So that's 足三里. The other one we talk about that you use the opposite hand cupping this way. So your fingers towards your chest. And where the thumb is, that's your spleen 10. Remember we said we have a qi ocean? This is called the blood ocean, 血海. Okay, so here, there's 2 points. You can either use the soft fist, you can use palms. We're going to tapping on that 2 points. So left, right, left, right, left, right. 4, let's do 9 times. 5, 6, this is too fast, you can slow down. 8, and 9, hold on, hold. You can balance, hold, and circle this foot. And reverse. I know if this is too much, holding onto the wall or the chair. Now lifting that knee a little bit higher to your chest so you can balance. Hold. Beautiful. Now softly let it go. Relax. Shake it out, tapping your hips. Good job. Let's do another set of 9. Now we're gonna finish on the other leg, which we started with the right foot now. 1 and 2, 3, 4. It's really not about numbers, so you can slow down. 6, 7, 8, ready. 9, hold your left leg up for a moment and circle the foot. And reverse. Beautiful. Let's take a deep breath in if you can, and bring the leg up higher to the chest and let it go. Shake it out. Shake out, tapping on the hips. Right, what time is it? Oh, good. We're doing well. It's 8:20. So that's perfect. We're going to go ahead and finish our practice today with some tapping. So tapping on the belly, and it's good to remember to love our belly. There are all the treasures here. Literally all the treasures are here. We need to love our belly. Now, brushing your hands onto your waist, forward and back. Can feel the warmth as you're rubbing. And then I'm gonna go to behind, rub your kidneys. You can do circle motion, slow or fast, however way you want to do it. This is one of the exercises in my that little short video. Okay, good. Now tapping onto the lower sacrum. Now we're sitting a lot. Here, this area, you can either do this way, or on this hukou, the tiger's mouth way. This part I need to tap. It helps release all the fatigue. Fatigue or the energy sometimes can stuck here. We're sitting a lot. Okay, now go behind your legs along the bladder meridian down. And along the kidney up inside. All the way up to the chest. Now tapping, use the fingers. Use the fingers, tapping the head behind your back. And then go back down to the leg again. And up. Okay, now land on your heart here. We're gonna touch a little bit of the fire. So take a moment to just be with your fire, be with your heart for a second. And as each breath, you're going to send in the qi through your fingertips into the heart and open a space inside of your heart. Chinese, we say 心胸宽广 or 宽阔. So 心胸宽阔, we describe someone who has a big heart, has a lot of space in the heart. That's the word. 宽广 means spaciousness. 心胸宽阔. So 宽广, 宽阔 is all spaciousness. Open your right arm to the side. Now we're going to explore that space, open that space even more. Inhale, stretching the fingertips all the way out. Exhale, leave your finger out there, but softening all the joints. Inhale again, stretch your fingers even further out through the window. And leave your hands there and soften the center. Soften all the elbows, shoulders. Good. One last time, inhale, reaching out. As you exhale this time, softly, slowly release down by your side. Feel that qi flow all the way to your fingertips and relax the other arm to compare. Good, and feel this lengthening through the spine. Long arms, good. Walk that right hand onto your heart, open left arm out to the side. So softly inhale, reaching out. And exhale, keep your fingers there, but soften all the joints, including your tailbone. Inhale, reaching further out. Exhale, open more space in all the joints, wrists, elbows, shoulders, spine, your tailbone, top of the head. One more time. Inhale, reaching, expanding. And exhale, slowly, softly, relax by your side. Good, just stay here for a second. Feel the sensations or if you have any flow to the palms, arms, the spine. Nice. Now let's bring your feet together. We're going to finish our practice today by gathering the earth and sky qi into our body, into our dantian. So let's soften the knees. Imagine you're jumping into this deep pool, deep ocean. Jump in, open the arms. The arms like ripple of the water. All the way out to the edge. Palms up towards the sky, collect all the stars. And feel the moonlight shining onto your palms. And palms facing towards each other overhead. Now we're going to pack this tea a little bit. By packing is to opening and closing a little bit. Feel this tea space in between the palms. Now, once you feel the tea, we're going to sending this tea field downward. And imagine your 100 meeting is like a mouth eating the tea. Yummy, yummy, eating all the tea down. And swallow, you can even swallow your saliva to guide the tea downward into your stomach, into your belly, into your legs, all the way through the toes as your arms completely release downward. Connect to that deep water. Again, inhale, open, jump into the water, feel the ripples. Out, nice and big, white, vast ocean. And connect to that vast space above you, to the universe. Palms facing overhead. Here's a message. I am in the universe. Universe is in me. Universe and I are one. So take a moment to feel that oneness. Connect to that one big universe. And it's same universe inside of you. Slowly guiding the tea down. This time we're going to intentionally pouring the tea outside of the body. One inside and now outside, front and back on both sides, washing off all turbidity, stagnation, heavy emotions, and allow the body, feel your body lighter as your hands passing through, sensitizing everything, clearing all the way down. A moment to letting your fingers completely relax down towards the earth. Now bring the hands out to the front, 收长, 收气. So we're collecting the qi, collecting the field into your belly. Palms to relax onto your dantian, elixir field. The moment to feel that pure energy of the living universe, interconnecting all life, unconditionally nourishing, harmonizing and transforming, fulfills the highest purpose of all life. The pure energy of oneness is alive and omnipresent. 混元气充足，混元灵通. Let's take a deep breath. And exhale, relax arms by your side. All right. That's our water. Thank you for joining the big water pool with me tonight. And it's always great to have you.